Our lead story, Glenn Beck's big rally in Washington on Saturday. On the same day, Reverend Sharpton held a commemoration of Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech 47 years ago at a school in the District of Columbia. And Reverend Sharpton did not like the competition from Beck.
They may have the mall, but we have the message. They may have the platform, but we have the dream. They want to disgrace this day. And we're not giving them this day. This is our day, and we ain't giving it away.
But Dr. Martin Luther King's niece, Alveda King, actually spoke at Beck's rally.
It's absolutely wonderful for Glenn to use his popularity and influence to bring us together, to focus not on an election or a political cause, but to focus on honor and on the content of our character and not the color of our skin. God bless you, Glenn.
All right, with us now to reply is Reverend Sharpton. So a few thousand attended your rally at Dunbar School, right?
Oh, yeah, we had, I think, as well a turnout as we had in 10 years.
All right, so a few thousand people, and then hundreds of thousands show up to Beck's rally. What does that say?
Well, Beck's been working on his rally a year. We had decided at our convention in April, where you spoke along with others, and we worked the last couple of months. We usually do 3,000 or 4,000. We did about 10 times that. But again, if we were trying to do a big rally, I spoke and was involved in the Million Man March. We know how to do a big rally. We were doing a commemoration.
All right, so you weren't trying for the big show. Okay.
We went in a school. The biggest part of our march was when we stretched from Pennsylvania Avenue back to the school with the march. And the reason we know the numbers we had is because we know the numbers of buses we brought in, and we did very well. But the point is, if I was there by myself, I believe every year we should commemorate that march.
What do you think of Alveda King's speech? I mean, because you said, look, they're trying to disgrace this day. And, you know, there's Dr. King's niece, saying, hey, this is a good thing.
What I said was, before we left, if you look at the whole...
We just heard the tape, right?
You went into the speech. What I said, before we leave, if we go down there and anybody says anything, you smile at them.
Look,
we
the people, I don't want to do a Barty Frank. The people just heard you say they're trying to hijack our day.
That's right. No. I said they tried to disgrace our day. Do not respond. This is our day. They won't take it away.
They're trying to disgrace our day. What was disgraceful about
the blacks, the whites, the Latinos, the Asians that were marching with us? I did not want them to get into any kind of back and forth.
But you said they are trying to disgrace our day. What does that mean?
That I said that would try to provoke a confrontation. Look at the speech.
But nobody did. You had 400,000 people out there. Nobody provoked anything. I'm very glad they did.
And no one from outside provoked anything.
Why would you say that?
Because I was afraid that if I didn't say that, with a lot of our students there, and someone said something that was in any way against what we were marching for, that they would respond.
So you wanted to preempt any hostility.
Correct.
That's what you said.
That's exactly.
I'm supposed to buy that? You want me
I
to buy
don't care whether you buy it or not. That's what I said. I know what I said. And if you look at the whole speech, that's clearly what I said.
It's a little hard for me to buy that, but look, I'm not going to say
Mr. O'Reilly, it was live on television. People watched it, and people know that is exactly what I said.
Was there anything wrong with what Beck did?
Not what he did. What he said is not what he said he was going to do is not what he did.
Oh, no, but what he did, the rally that he did.
If he wants to have a rally, first of all, no one questioned him having a rally. We did not challenge his permit.
No, but did he do anything wrong on Saturday?
I said what he did is not what he said. What he did, no. But you got to remember, he was the one that said that he was going to reclaim the civil rights movement.
He wants it for everybody.
And that it was going to be done. No, he said, I'm going to reclaim the civil rights movement.
For everybody.
And that now you're putting words in his mouth.
No, I'm not. He says it every day on his radio show that Dr. Martin Luther King is not the sole property of African Americans. No, that's the whole thing.
No one ever said Martin Luther King was the sole property of African Americans.
But that's what Beck is saying.
The opposite of it. But he said that he was going at that moment and seized the moment. That's when some of us got in. When he announced this march and traveled all over the country with you for a year, no one criticized it. When he got that date, no one criticized it. When he said he was going to take the civil rights movement, that's when we had a right to address it. Had he never said that,
let's review.
We never would have said a word.
Let's review. Okay. So you weren't saying that they were doing anything disgraceful. You were just trying to say to your folks, don't go over there and cause any trouble.
And if anybody does anything, don't disgrace us.
And you have no problem with what happened at the rally. Do you think it was a positive thing for the country?
I haven't seen the whole rally, but I think that if he talked about God and country, then my question would be, which he still hasn't answered, I watched his segment with you, then how do we apply that? All of us believe in God.
But it wasn't an application deal. He wanted to stay away from
But that
politics.
is not what he announced, Bill. He said that we are going to seize the civil rights moment. That's application. How do you implement rights?
All right. How about next year you and him having a rally together?
If he wants to stand up for civil rights and against inequality
I think that's what he's doing.
And unfairness. No, that's not what he's doing. He's talking about a theocracy. He's not talking about fighting against equality. Read Dr. King's speech. I tell you what, why don't you ask him next year, if he does it that day or any day, read Dr. King's speech where he talks about police brutality and he talks about the check being cashed equally in this country by blacks, and see if he agrees with the speech. He admires the man. Does he admire what the message of the man is? That's the question.
Reverend, you're a stand-up guy for coming in, as always. We appreciate it. Good to see you.